Tonight on the North American Friends Movie Club.
It's not a cat.
It's not a raccoon.
It's a bear and a cat and a raccoon at the same time.
We watched the 2017 documentary film Red Panda, the world's cutest animal.
So gather 1/3 of your body weight in bamboo.
And pour a cool glass of rhododendron nectar.
Because we're the red pandas of podcasting.
And this show is a documentary about how cute we are.
This is what it sounds like when we do a podcast. We're currently doing one. This is the North American Friends Movie Club, and you might notice something about the name of our show. And that's Friends comes before Movie Club, because it's a billion times more important to us. The movie part is a small portion of this. The Friends part, that's the lion's share.
Ooh, lion's share.
Yeah, I wish I had used an animal that appears in this. That's the leopard share. Is the friends part of the.
That's the taken share.
The what?
Taken. The weird bull thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
I do.
I hope I didn't watch the wrong movie. We'll find out. This is
no,
fun.
you did. You watched the correct one. You're good.
Okay.
So I gotta ask my two little pandas, how we doing?
I want to defend us a little bit. I'm glad we watched the movies, and I think it's an important part of our podcast, and I enjoy it. And I think other people do too.
Yeah, it is important.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's like if you told me I got to choose between the movies and Friends, I know. I mean, it's an easy choice.
It depends on what Friends and what movie, though. Like, if it's just a casual friend that you don't really see, I'd rather see.
I think Brent would dump us quickly, Nate.
No.
If Bill Simmons calls Brent tomorrow, we'll never hear from him again.
No,
he's gonna. Joe Rogan calls Brent, we're out. We're never talking to him again.
Yeah, I'll say I'll go on your show, but I'm taking two people with me.
Oh,
and we're a package deal.
Demanding.
Also, last week you had us on dog leash. You were like, "I'll have my my dog leashes."
A three lead leash. That's what we are. 3 lead leash. There was some issue before we get into what's happening. There was an issue at Brent headquarters. For a little podcast lore is for every episode, I pour myself a tall glass of water and I shoot some Mio into it. I make a nice black coffee off the Keurig and I take it up and I sip and I sip and I sip the whole episode. Keep the vocal cords wet and moist and functioning. And in a moment of, distraction, I shot the Mio into the coffee.
Oh,
it was awesome.
And I still want to enjoy the sips, but I'm like 2/3 of the way through the coffee, and you can taste the Mio, and it's not good. It's a terrible combination.
I'm surprised you stuck with that cup. I'm not gonna lie.
It's got a weird grape taste.
I was hoping that maybe it would be like kind of delicious in some way. Like you've made a chemical tea.
Accidental discovery.
Yeah.
No, it's. I think I'm done now. It's horrible because it's black coffee and what flavor Mio? Cherry blackberry.
And Mio is so easy to put too much in of something, I think, in my experience with it.
Yeah.
Like, do you put a lot of Mio in?
No, I mean, it's pretty transparent. Just a half second. Just a half second.
Just a half second.
But
it does not look like my fruit punch that I drink.
No.
No. But sometimes when you squirt a little too much in there, you get that little hit of it tastes like you're drinking Kool-Aid again. It's pretty good. A little smile to yourself after that.
Yeah, every now and then my lemonade, I make it a little stronger than average lemonade, and that's like a special one. You're like, ooh.
Yes, you have to sometimes let yourself have full octane lemonade. I don't like that.
Lemonade diesel.
I don't like this. No, and when I go out somewhere and I'm buying lemonade, if they give me anything but full octane lemonade,
Oh, I'd be furious. If
that's
I'm
why some
purchasing a
people's
lemonade,
lemonade's bad. You know whose lemonade is bad is
Uh-oh.
McDonald's.
Oh,
get their asses.
but everything else is so good.
I do
Never
like
had a bad
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
They run a
Never
fine
had
I
a-
don't eat
establishment.
it a lot.
They run a fine establishment.
Never had
You
a
know
bad
what?
experience.
The best thing you can get and the cheapest thing you can get is a McChicken sandwich, and it's like $1.09, and that'll
It
get
sure
you.
ain't that
It'll get
here,
you.
Kate. It sure ain't
And
that
it is
here.
not.
No.
What is it?
No.
cost
I'm
there?
gonna guess a McChicken sandwich in Edmonton, Alberta, probably costs $4.50.
Is that your
Yes.
cheapest chicken sandwich though?
I would say out of all the chicken sandwiches, it's going to be your cheapest chicken.
Yeah, this
in
is our
Edmonton, yeah.
cheapest chicken sandwich.
I had
It's
a
definitely
McChicken.
a spicy
A
chicken's more
a
expensive.
McSpicy chicken sandwich last week. I was out doing errands. I said, I'm going to stop for a nice chicken burger for myself. It was $7 something altogether with tax.
Yeah.
I mean, what like a McChicken sandwich I'm talking about, the patty is probably at like 3 inches across.
Yeah,
You know what I
McChicken
mean?
Junior. McChicken Junior. They're
Yeah.
$3.99 here. They're delicious.
Well, I told you that. I mean, I live in like the cheapest place in the world, basically.
Mhm.
Like I told you, I could get a hotel room for $72
That
in
was surprising, too.
2026.
Man, so you got like $77. You're in a hotel room with McChicken. You're living life.
That's it. And you know what? I won't ever be there one day. But unless I'm traveling. Like
Yeah.
anyway.
I don't know. I think you should just do it for the
Just
for
for
the
good
shits
night.
and the gigs.
Yeah.
Just for a good
Yeah, take $100 and just go live like a queen for the weekend.
Well, I try to do that. I just have better taste than that hotel and McChicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Clock it.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that little movie.
Kate, for the listeners at home, Kate pressed her thumb and pointer finger together as though they were clapping. As though she was clapping with just 2 little fingers.
I
Yes,
didn't
it
like
was.
it at all.
You guys, we have email.
Oh, okay.
Let's play the email segment music.
We got some emails. This is the email segment.
For some reason, the email stopped going to my personal email, so I don't get them anymore.
I didn't do anything.
I
Kate
think,
is the bearer of the emails.
yeah, she swordfished her way into my account and was clicking and dragging things around, and now all of a sudden my email is all jacked up.
This sounds like when my dad kept insisting that Facebook was changing his password.
Mhm.
He said, I don't think they're changing your password, Dad. I think you're just forgetting your passwords.
When we first got here's a quick dad internet stories. When we first got the internet, I was at the bar one night at like midnight. I just turned 19, and my father called me on my cellular telephone and said, I think I just won a digital camera. And I said, how? He's like,
Oh,
I was
no.
on the website reading about the Chicago Blackhawks, and it says, click here for a chance to win a digital camera. And he clicked it and said, you're a winner.
Mhm.
He's like, how do I get it? I'm like, you just
Mhm.
ruined your computer, sir.
Yeah, you take that computer, you dump it in the fireplace.
Yep.
We're starting from scratch, Pop.
We all have to learn those lessons. But
Mhm.
we all need to be diligent as AI gets better and better. So I think that's a lesson we can all learn.
Between that and my mother's, when she had the sore foot and she went on the internet and typed in.
Sorefoot.com. I remember that. I remember sorefoot.com. And it probably would work. These days it would work. She's like you, Brett. She wasn't wrong.
She's
She's
ahead
just
of the
early.
curve.
Yeah, she's just early.
Yep.
That's what it should be.
It
That's what it
should.
should be.
www.ihaveaheadache.com. Yeah.
We have a email from Pete Lynch. Hello, as a now frequent listener of your radio program, I noticed that you often forget the correct order of the movie segments of your show, which I immediately took umbrage with because I don't think we do.
Oh,
This
we do.
is understandable since you have only been doing this for several years.
It's only like
Good one,
3
Pete.
segments.
Good one, Pete. As you may not have written down, the correct order is favorite parts, quiz, medals, rankings.
Yeah.
To help you remember, I have developed this mnemonic device. Frisky quipsters marry rich.
Frisky quipsters marry rich.
FQMR. This should be easy to remember since you are all frisky, quick with a quip, and assumably want to marry rich. Who doesn't? Very true.
Sure. Nice
I hope
perk.
this helps. Pete Lynch. P.S. The Friends movie people fired me for failure to achieve results. So I know listen solely for entertainment and not for legal reasons. Oh, Pete is the guy who is
from before. Was talking about the email.
Suing us.
Yeah.
PPS. I see I typed rankings instead of ratings. Unforgivable error. But the mnemonic device, it does. That will be helpful. I don't think we've ever done it wrong. Have we?
No. I think we do constantly go, okay, now do you guys want to give this movie some medals? And then you go, yes. And I go, I mean, do you want to give it a rating? That's what I meant. And you go, yeah. That's what we want to do.
Yes.
He's right.
But we never put out the show with, like, if you look at when we're doing it, we always catch it.
Yeah. I do remember one episode we did totally forget to do it, and then we had to do it later.
That's true. That's a fact.
But he would never know because it was edited properly.
Hey, I mean, we're on top of things. I mean, it's edited properly, and like Kate didn't even know it was her month this month, and look we're flying through it.
Yeah, and we've had one of our best months ever.
Look at the face.
You got me.
Frisky quipsters marry rich.
Frisky quipsters marry rich.
Well,
and we have another email.
Okay, I thought that was it.
Do you have another? Do you want to talk more shit on Pete?
I was going to thank him for emailing us, but now that we have another one, let's move on to a more important email.
No.
Maybe.
The title of this email is RE comments made during my octopus teacher episode.
Oh, no.
This is from Descent Within. Dear friends, while I have no doubt that he is a skilled jiu-jitsu player, I do not believe Nate could pull off a umplata on a shark. RP.
Ooh.
Listen, just because a shark doesn't have a shoulder doesn't mean I can't break a shark's shoulder.
I Googled this jiu-jitsu move thinking it would be like 2 pictures. It's like a whole process of rolling someone to dislocate their shoulder, right?
Yeah, you got to really learn a couple different things to pull off a slick omoplata.
But what helped me is that I would have never, if I'm in a physical altercation, I'm going to start rolling and pulling the person along with me.
That's jujitsu.
Do you genuinely want a good tip for life?
Yes.
If you're falling backwards, don't try to stop falling backwards. Try to fall backwards more, and you'll just keep going. You'll keep going right back onto your feet. And I have done this in real life. One time I was in my backyard doing some yard work, and I didn't realize where the fire pit was, and I backed up and I started tripping over the fire pit. And instead of like fighting and trying to stay up, I was just like, I'm going to fall into the fire pit. I just kept rolling. I rolled straight through it onto my feet. Just straight through back onto my feet.
That happened. I believe it. Did you get hurt less? Maybe you got hurt less.
100%. I banged my back against the cement stones, but that's, that was going to happen either way.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
And you landed on your feet like a cat.
Yeah, I rolled onto my feet. Yeah. Just keep rolling, guys. If you're going backwards, go extra backwards.
I'm glad that this is going to be on video and audio evidence for the next time I fall backwards and I try to do what Nate just said and I wreck things and hurt myself more. Mostly. I'll say,
sued.
Listen to episode 153, Melissa, and you'll know why. Because it's going to happen.
I think it'll work out better for you.
Yep.
And I think you'll be like, I hate to say it, but Kate and Nate were right.
No. Well, how are you right?
What are you like falling? You're not falling apart. You just hurt.
I'll fall apart.
Also, I've seen the way Brent used to have to get out of his bed. I know for a fact that he's physically capable of the roll and the spin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the gymnastic abilities.
You might actually, you might just need to do jujitsu and you might be great at it if you could just use your body and roll over people.
Mhm.
Like a boulder.
I know that's not how you do jujitsu, but that's a funny. You just get down.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
I always wanted to learn how to fight like the guy, he fought like a monkey in Bloodsport. That guy. Remember that guy? That looked fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. He would just
imagine some guy's like, give me your wallet. And you're like,
immediate monkey pose. Yeah, it's
immediate
intimidating.
monkey pose. He's going to be like, he's not going to know what's up.
A guy's going to come up to me and say, give me your wallet. And I'm just going to fall backwards to the street.
Right. You start rolling and they're like, what? I think you just have to throw people off their guard. You have to throw them off their game. Whatever way to do it. Do you guys want to know what's been happening?
I would
sure
love
do.
to.
Okay. I don't have many things written down. Listen to Juliet's next week at her last week in school or second to last week of school. They're touring the middle school for the first time. So she's going to a completely different school next year. She's going into middle school and they're touring the middle school. That's Monday. On Tuesday, they are having puberty class for the first time where they get the talk, which Jules already knows everything. So she's not even worried about it. And then they're going on an overnight, they're going to a camp overnight with the entire grade. Like, that feels like a lot.
It's a sunrise, sunset to everything turn. There is a season moment for Kate right now.
Isn't that wild?
We knew you before she was even here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now she's going to middle school.
I know, but like you're having puberty class, so you're having to think about the opposite sex in a sexual way, and then you're going away to camp and staying the night somewhere when you're 11 years old. Like,
It's a lot smarter to have
12?
the talk before the overnight
That's
shift than
actually a
after.
really good point. Because these kids be sneaking away.
Yeah, they actually wait till the exact last minute. They're like, we're going to put this off as long as we fucking can. Okay, the night before the camp out, we'll do it.
Yeah, I'm making Juliet, and they're like going swimming and like having, I don't know, fires. I don't know. It just feels anyway.
I know.
You know, we all know what happens to fires.
Anyway, so she's looking forward to it.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine. I think it's so like, that's a lot in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just like growing up, man.
Yeah, it's rough. Doesn't get any easier.
It's nice though. It's good. No, and it's not like a totally bad feel. Like I don't feel bad. You know what I mean? It's truly the feeling of bittersweetness, which has its sweetness. Like it's both at the same time.
Jeremy was a big cuddler when he was little. I miss that. That's why I have dogs now, I guess. But he's so nice and like thoughtful that if I wanted to cuddle now, he still
did a good
would.
job.
And I'm just going to do it one day just to make both of us feel awkward. Yeah.
Why don't you? I pet Juliet all the time. We can't sit next to each other without touching each other.
Because he's much bigger than me. He has a mustache. I think it'd be funny.
Imagine Juliet was bigger than you with a mustache. Okay,
that is internalized misogyny and patriarchal bullshit, and everyone deserves to be snuggled by anyone, regardless of that kind of masculine bullshit.
I'm gonna get someone to take a picture of me and Jeremy snuggling. I'm gonna send it in our group, and I guarantee we'll all have a laugh.
Can't wait.
Well, yeah,
can't wait to see it.
But I just want everyone to know, and you too, that you can snuggle men, and it's not.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I snuggle men all the time. I'm gonna go to Andy's 40th birthday this weekend. I'm gonna snuggle like 10 guys while I'm there. Give them good hugs. Give them hugs where I like squeeze their back fat and stuff like that. And like,
I had one of those this weekend.
Bring them in, I'll be like, I missed you, Mr. Handsome. I'll call a lot of guys Mr. Handsome.
Ooh, I would like that.
I like that. Yeah, me too.
I like to tell my friends that they're handsome.
Oh, I do too.
I need better friends.
We're your friends?
Yeah, but I don't talk to you guys every day, and
Who talks to their friends every day?
Me, I do. I do in
talk
a
to
group
my
chat,
friends every day.
and they never tell me I'm handsome. But they listen
That's
to the show, and I'm going to tell them right now, you guys are dickheads.
Next time you see Brent, you give him a hug and you grab one of his haunches, okay? You give him his haunch a squeeze. God damn it.
What were you going to say, Kate? Why would you tell someone they're handsome when what?
When you're always rude about them being rude. You're
Because
kind of
they're
like,
rude.
you guys are mean to each other.
Yeah, Kate
And you're mean to them.
Making points. Yeah, Kate's making points.
I am. Yeah, you're right. I'll start calling them. I'm going to call them handsome.
Do you call other people handsome?
Right now, I'm texting in our group chat right now.
You know, the most popular people are not the people that are I told you guys this, right? It doesn't have to be with being cute or athletic or whatever. It has to do with liking other people.
I'm cute and handsome and I like people. So I'm kind of like the ultimate date.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I was very popular in school, and it wasn't because I was like super hot or super athletic, although I was both. But I think it was because I liked a lot of people. I hung out.
Yeah.
With, I was Brent.
I lost the plots 35 seconds ago.
Yeah, the minute you started texting, this got disjointed.
You put up a text message to the camera, and no one can read that.
It just
what
says,
does it say?
It says, you guys are handsome and I love you.
Okay, that's good.
That's a good start.
Let's
That's a
see
good
what
start of the
happens.
day.
They probably won't
see.
trust it, but you keep doing that every day, and I bet you'll get someone saying something nice to you.
They won't trust it. They'll know. They know I'm recording now. So
immediately they'll be suspicious, as they should be.
Because it's always noon at North American Friends.
American Friends.
It's always noon on North American Friends Movie Club.
Okay, I just want to briefly mention that I'm still hearing and hating the electrical sound from my neighbor's light. And I just want to mention that's still going on. But things are looking up for me because Kate is going to the lake this weekend for the first time.
Mama.
Fish returning to water.
Thank you. Very excited. But I was really kind of bummed because I was looking up the weather for Warsaw and it was really bad. And then yesterday I realized that I was looking up the weather for Warsaw, Poland.
Yep.
Not Warsaw, Missouri.
Just gonna ask.
What a nice surprise.
And so on Sunday, it'll be clear skies and 90 degrees for me down at the lake.
Oh, bad weekend to be a caller. Tell you that right now.
Oh, I'm not wearing a shirt. I'll have the swimsuit on for 24 hours. No, not that long. I'm only going down there for like 18 hours, but it'll be worth it.
What's the commute out like to the lake?
It takes an hour and a half.
Okay. That's a reasonable lake commute.
Yes.
That's a podcast, you know.
Unless you stop at Walmart on the way in.
Sure. Sometimes you want a tasty drink.
Yeah.
Cold drink.
And the Warsaw, Missouri Walmart is a real standard.
It's like when you're thinking of an American Walmart, you're thinking of the Warsaw Walmart, the Warsaw Wally.
And Warsaw, Missouri has had in the past, I don't know if it currently does, a Trump store on their main street.
Ooh.
We'll see. You know what? I'd be really interested to see if it's still going right now. Take the temperature of the country.
I'll drive through and see if it's there because I'm not taking the boat out. I'm not taking the boat out this weekend.
Not this weekend.
And that's what's been happening.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
I'm excited. It's currently, let's check the temperature here. Okay. So it's 41 degrees right now. And in Cape Breton. It's supposed to get nice out the weekend though, like 20 Celsius. I'm talking. I got some steaks in the fridge. I'm going to cook them. Barbecue, going to grill them up. I've turned into one of those guys that just, when people say they're going to barbecue, I'm like, no, you're going to grill. And then I sound like an idiot. No,
yeah, what's the difference?
Catherine.
It's two different things.
Yeah, grilling.
What's the difference?
Barbecue is a
sauce.
method of cooking with
Or a
sauce
smoker.
and a smoker. Yeah, that's your barbecuing that. Grilling is when you.
So
you
like
put-
I grill asparagus. I'm not barbecuing
No.
those asparagus.
That's correct.
Now, and that might be a regional thing, but I think those are just facts.
Yeah, no, they are facts, and I've turned into that guy, and that's fine. I welcome that guy. My whirlwind
If you tell
tour-
me you're barbecuing me a steak, I'm gonna believe that that's not gonna be a good steak.
Yeah, like I put it on the grill yesterday. It's been on there for
Because you're
12
putting
hours.
sauce on it, like then that's not gonna. Why are
You're
you
like,
putting
no,
sauce
I'd prefer
on?
if you grilled me one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because to me, barbecue is. I know this is wrong, but like you're having to. These are just not the best cuts of the meat, right? Like ribs, there's meat in there, but you have to like cook it down. I don't know.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
break down that
break down the
cartilage.
fibers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You gotta render that fat
Separate
out.
the molecules.
Yeah, molecules heat up, and they start bouncing off each other really quick, and they turn to steam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And those fatty pieces are very good. Now I'm
Oh,
wanting some barbecue
know.
or some
Sorry.
Eat some delicious barbecue or grilled steak right now.
I'm going to grill some steaks this weekend. That's my plan. My whirlwind tour of being social has not ended. I went to a retirement party on Wednesday evening. I saw all my old coworkers for the first time, some of them for the first time in like 3 years.
Wow.
That was very nice. I was on my game.
I
Brought
don't
up.
know if you've noticed, Brent, but you're very good with other people. You're always on your game when you're around other people.
I'm extremely good in groups. I'm a good group guy to have.
I think
I
Nate and I can agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I decided that a lot of people are going to ask me, how's the foot and how you doing? And instead of boring people with like pain and depressing them, I'm just going to say, well, put it this way. I read the Bible. And I think that sums up a lot.
Yeah, it kind of does. It
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think-
takes care of
That is-
every
Yeah.
question you could have.
And it's true.
And
Yeah, like they could try and quiz you and you'd be like, Ezekiel? Yeah, I know about him. Yeah, I heard.
You mean
You know what
Job?
a cubit is? Speaking of the Bible, I think I have a theory that the Old Testament's better than the New Testament.
I said this from the start. I
think the Old Testament was a sleeper hit indie movie. People weren't expecting it to get the reception it did. It got rave reviews. Everyone loved it. And they said, let's strike while the iron's hot. Let's put a new one out, the New Testament. But this time, let's fill it with
Another
all the
one.
stars. Yeah, another one. Let's fill it with star power. Let's put all the big names in the New Testament. And we'll make it more story driven. And that's what it is. It doesn't got those roots. I know no one's going to die crazy way in this New Testament. It's bullshit, to be honest with you. I don't like it.
Yep, I agree with you. They should have instead of building on it, it's lesser. They should have taken more of like an Austin Powers route, where you start with a good movie and then Austin Power 2 comes out and you're like, now we're really cooking.
Now we're cooking.
You know? Now we're really cooking.
You got Fat Bastard in there. Yeah, see? It's too preachy. I don't like being preached to, and I realize that's what religion is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing.
And I didn't mean that, but the preachy. That just came out the way natural. I didn't mean, but I get the joke now. That's good. Like it or not, we have ourselves a good old fashioned cup run. Montreal continues to win.
Unbelievable.
And it's a hard thing to do. This is very Canadian feeling for our listeners. When you're in the middle of a Stanley Cup run, every second night is a little death, a little funeral, a little heart attacks, death by 1,000 goals. You hang by every period and every shot, and I feel like Montreal could win the cup this year.
It has driven my younger brother fully insane for the past 2 years as the Oilers went to the Stanley Cup Finals both times, and you can just palpably feel the anxiety dripping off of the human beings that are engaged in this process. It's like they're going to war. Yeah, it's like they have PTSD and they get back from, and they come back to the green zone during the day and they're like at work, but you can still, the bombs are still going off in their heads, and then they're back out there every night.
Where is the championship? Where are we at within the championship tournament?
We are in the second round. You have to win 4 rounds to win the Stanley Cup, and we are up 3-2 in the best of 7 series of the second round. And the only reason I believe that Montreal could win the cup is because this is the first time since 1993 where we actually have a good team and not just good players. So
that wins championships.
Multiple texts from family members saying, "Are you nervous? Are you okay?" Even Melissa came up the other night, could care less about hockey. She doesn't know anything.
She's worried about you.
Just dumb when it comes to hockey. She said, "How you holding up?" And I said, "It's not good." So that's where we're at with that mentally. I got a lot of irons in the fire between being smart now, being religious, and now a cup run, and being social. I've been ill 4 times in the last 7 calendar days.
I love it. I love this for you. Your skin looks great, Brent.
Oh,
I think it might have to do with your socializing.
No, it's my cocktail of ginger and lemon juice and just good living. Just being true to yourself. That's what causes good skin.
It's good. And your facial hair looks good. Did you just get that trimmed up? Yeah.
No, I trimmed it myself the other day.
Sometimes you look rough.
Yeah.
Like, not you, your beard.
Yeah, no, I brushed it. I brushed it for you guys. Got put some oil in there and brushed it.
I brushed my hair too.
Thanks, guys.
Do you have new glasses, Kate?
I've had these forever. I just was changing it up today.
Okay, I like them.
And this is my new shirt I got from Target.
The collar is looking pretty slick there. I gotta say,
I popped it knowing you were going to see me. I wouldn't have done it otherwise.
Kate rocks a collar unlike most humans. Like, she's got this shit locked.
It's because it's me. I'm not putting this on. This is I came from this. Bob Taylor was rocking pop collars from the 60s on. I come from a long line of pop collars.
Yeah,
that would be a wicked name. Could you imagine? Don't clock it. Could you imagine if Juliet called him Pop Collar?
Pop collar.
Pop collar.
She would
Pop
never.
Collar.
Yeah, she would never. She cannot give me a compliment about my. I get ravaged.
Not yet. But here's what I think will happen. I think Juliet, she's going to go through middle school and then she's going to be like annoyed at you. She's going to be like, why didn't you fix the world yet? How could you send me out into this place? It's your fault. Yeah. And that's part of childhood.
Yes.
There'll be a few years of that. But then after that, she'll see everyone else's mom and she'll hear some stories about other people's moms and the things that other people's moms do. And she'll be like, my mom is a queen. She's a queen. And she'll come back. She'll return. That's my prediction.
Thank you. That was hopeful. I agree. I hope so.
I hope she keeps up her sense of humor, though. I hope she still continues to put shirts on her shoulders to mock you and stuff like that.
Yes,
That's good
do
stuff.
too. I do too.
I set a task out for you many weeks ago. I gave you guys an assignment and we never revisited it, and I want to revisit. Okay. Did you guys check out Angie and Poitrine?
I fell in love with them. Thank you.
Now, what is it that you like about them?
I like the music, the style of music. That is my style of music. And I like anyone that's putting on a show and that I can relate to. Like, I get it. It's art. I'm just into the whole thing.
I think my favorite part of them is that it's the kind of music that they had to practice so much to get correct that it you experience it in a different way. Like, sometimes a band goes out there and they jam and it sounds cool. Like, they're great musicians and they're jamming together and they're making this living thing, and that's fun. These guys were in a basement and they were like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's like jazz. It's like yeah.
And it's just thinking of them like being like, oh, not quite getting it. And then the time they actually fucking nail the whole thing, every single beep, 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 and they look at each other and they go, yeah.
Because it has that electronic sound to it. And I that must be why, because I love that shit, man.
They probably feel like when you watch those videos of people like trying to throw a card into a cup, like for hours at a time, and then they finally land the card in the cup. That's probably what it feels like when they play their song right for the first time.
Oh.
The music sounds good, but if you take a step back and realize how they're making that music, like the guitar player has to play every little thing, loop it, play over it, loop it, and the drummer has to keep time in it all. It's really awesome. It's really fascinating. So Angie and Depache, check them out. You heard them first at North American Friends Movie Club.
Hard to spell, but
you just type in Angine and then you'll get it. So yeah, tell them that you heard them first in North American Friends Movie Club. We did it. And I love when they say it. Yes, Nate, that's a very good impression. Yeah. It'd be funny if that was the rest of the episode, it was just a 15 minutes.
Just the three of us dancing.
Especially since our animated guys will just be like sitting completely still.
The three of us dancing for 50 minutes. Weekly report, Nate. Hit us with it.
Let's do the weekly report.
Weekly report. Weekly report.
Okay, let's start in the kitchen. Let's start with the kitchen report.
Okay.
I've developed a new habit called power scoops.
Ooh.
And this is just when you take a spoon to the fridge, you get as much cottage cheese as you can on the spoon, and you just give it a bite. You don't use a bowl. You don't use anything. You just do, you get a little bit hungry, quick power scoop. Just quick power scoop. Spoon goes right into the dishwasher, and you have protein, you have energy, calories. It's called a power scoop. And
I do that with chips.
Awesome. Well, that's chips versus cottage cheese.
It's different. I go, I'll grab a handful of chips and then I'll walk away.
Nate, I love that. The only difference between you and I is that I would do that and I would clean the spoon off with my mouth. Then I would run it under hot water and then I would put it back in the drawer.
I would have done that if I was currently living alone. I think I'd be more, I have to be slightly better behaved because there's another human being that has to experience me.
No.
I would feel fine using that spoon out of most people's mouths.
If you're asking me if I think that spoon has been sanitized, my answer is yes. I think that spoon's been fully sanitized. But, you know, people, they're babies.
That is, they're like actual babies?
No, I'm saying like people are babies about that kind of thing. They're like, oh, it needs to be 1,000 degrees. You just got to rinse it. You're fine.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's actually inspiring and it makes me want to buy cottage cheese next time I go to the store because that sounds like a good idea and yummy.
This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to I'm giving fun names to protein food so that people are like, I should make some mutant milk.
And
I should
dairy.
have a power scoop.
You hype up dairy and I like that about you.
I'm working hard
Big
for the dairy farmers of Alberta.
BD energy.
Got to him. Yeah,
big dairy energy.
Yeah.
I saw one of those big milk trucks the other day, those big silver milk trucks, and I wanted to take a picture of it and send it to you guys and say, my milk order just arrived.
You should get your picture taken with it. You do what I do with get your picture taken, just touching the thing.
Very funny. Oh my god.
I want to tell everybody I've been really good about doing the YouTube videos, so please subscribe to us on YouTube. I spent extra time to make those, and they're fun. They're fun to watch, even if you watch it for 45 seconds. You'll have a good time, and then hit the like button.
Absolutely.
And then finally, I've added this week. I've added a 4th D to my 3Ds. Of course, I'm eating my dairy. Of course, I'm dancing. Of course, I'm lifting the weights. But this week, I've also been reading a little Dostoevsky.
Oh.
So I've got a 4th D in the mix.
Are we depressed? Where are we at?
Oh no, we're reading a book called The Idiot, and it's so far quite, I would say, humorous. I don't know. It's not like laugh out loud funny, but it's basically the story of this guy who's like has epilepsy and has been at like a hospital, and then he had to leave the hospital and go back to Russia. And everybody who meets him is like this man is so stupid, but I love being around him. And everyone keeps calling him stupid, even though he's not stupid. He's like, everyone seems to think I'm very stupid, but here are all my like quite interesting thoughts. And everyone's like, oh, you're so funny. This is so interesting to be around a guy this dumb. Please tell us more of your stupid thoughts.
This is like my biography.
It's like he's giving bread fives. He's got a few bread fives.
Up until I decide to get smart, this is big time Dostoevsky. I can't even say it. That is Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. He's a famous philosopher.
Oh, I know about philosophers. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've been on that book.
Foucault?
Yep.
This guy's been fucking with Foucault?
You basically just, if I didn't miss the first 45 seconds of this, I would think you were talking about me. I'm like, why isn't he talking about me?
You're like, wait, why'd you leave me out of this? But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Right now, he's just met his distant relative. She did not want to see him at all. She was upset that her husband invited him in. And then within 5 minutes of talking to him, she's like, you are the most charming, wonderful person. Let me get my daughters so they can listen to you talk. And the daughters, they're loving every moment of it.
Good in the group.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Hopefully he doesn't turn out to be a sex pest.
Oh, I'll be so mad if this guy starts doing crimes.
I don't think he does.
Because I like him. I'm on his side right now. And that's the weekly report.
I'm pretty sure I read that in college. I'm pretty sure that was a book I had to read for a philosophy course I took. You guys, we all have that in common. Did you know that? That we all like philosophy?
We're all philosophers on the show. That's this thing that connects us like a thread.
Big dog philosophers.
Speaking of things connected in a thread, we watched a movie based on the ecosystem that one part really influences another part. One could say they're connected by a thread. And we watched a little movie.
One could.
One could. Nate, tell us what we watched.
It was my pick this week. We watched a film titled Red Panda, the World's Cutest Animal, about red pandas, which are the world's cutest animal. And I would love it if Kate would tell us what happens in this film.
We are in the mountains of the Himalayas between India and Nepal. And there are pandas called red pandas, and they live in the tree and they eat bamboo. And bamboo is not nutritious, so they just have to eat all the time. And when they're not eating, they're sleeping. And we also meet other animals that are in her life. Her name is Tashi. We meet a Marin that is a predator. And then Tashi has a baby, and we are inside the den with the baby. And the baby may be one of the world's cutest animals. We see monkeys, and they really love to eat rhododendron petals.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's good. I think I'm...
Yeah.
No one dies, which I loved.
I was waiting for her to have a miscarriage.
I
was waiting for that abortion.
I was waiting for a stillbirth for sure. I was like, with our track records, this is what's going to happen. So let's talk about our favorite parts of Red Panda.
Let's do it.
First of all, I got to say, this is a classic rope-a-dope. They flash a flashy title, throw up a cute picture, the Red Panda, call it Red Panda, and say this is a 50-minute movie about red pandas. Red pandas in it, maybe 12 minutes of the whole movie.
It's an elusive creature. They only got so much footage for it.
I think they went there.
That's the other thing, is that these were not wild. Or like they showed the little tiny shrews. Those were in a glass thing.
Yeah, I noticed.
And I think they made up a fake. I don't know how they got that red panda
den.
The den, yes.
Yeah,
how they got that.
I spent so much time thinking about how, did they build a den and then put like, do they build like 10 dens and put cameras in them and hope that the red panda went into the den? Like that definitely, I spent a lot of time thinking about how they got inside the den.
I love the nefarious allegations we're throwing out already. I love this.
Well, the shrews were definitely on glass because you could see their little feet using the glass for leverage as they crawled around.
I got hot when mad when I saw that. And Jules was watching it with me. And I was like, this is not, there's glass on that. She was like, what?
And they tried to distract us with the lively Indian music.
The music is so good. Dude.
And I was like, wait a second. Something's not right with these shrews, though.
My favorite part, I actually do have a favorite part, and it was at the beginning, and they show how the Himalayas run into India. Like, I like the geographical shot of showing how tall the mountains are, and like, I don't know. It did a good job of placing the setting.
Mm-hmm. I want to admit something. I'll come clean that, with a gun to my head, I could probably tell you how mountains were formed, but casual everyday conversation, I wouldn't be able to say that. But the fact that they said that's how the Himalayas were formed because the two continents bashed into one another makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why there's mountains.
Yeah.
That's it.
Smashing continents.
Yeah. Pangea all came together and said, boom, there you go, mountains.
Smash.
You know how we get valleys?
Water.
Icebergs.
They move apart.
They move apart.
Is that where icebergs left? Or is that a fjord?
Earthquakes.
I don't know.
Do you guys have many earthquakes up yonder? I
Never.
feel like yours are all...
Yeah, I wonder if there's ever been a Canadian earthquake. Maybe on Vancouver.
That'd be a good name for a team. The Canadian Earthquakes.
Okay.
Can I be on that team?
Yeah, okay, good at naming. Sounds like you're the captain.
The Canadian Earthquakes. It sounds like a women's football team.
It does
And
sound
they're
like
all
a
like fat ladies, all big fat girls.
Yeah, volleyball would be good because you smash the ball into the ground, it quakes the earth.
Or you got real big fat girls.
Nate, I love how Kate set that joke up. Nate tried to redirect her like a bad puppy.
Yeah, I tried my best.
Nope.
Kate was like, or.
Kate just sitting back with her sassy haircut and her pop collar. Big old fat girl. Nate's continuously trying to redirect her. It's so good.
Also, my collar's barely popped right now.
Oh, it's popping up. Trust me.
Barely popped right now with the most pop collar.
Let's talk about we got to get into they try to jazz it up. Listen, not some bears, red pandas are cute as hell. I'll give you that, Nate. Absolute shit ass boring animal to document and watch and do shit. And they tried to jazz it up, but the narrator said cinnamon fur. I'm like, okay, let's relax.
Cinnamon fur.
They did have beautiful coats.
The narration work in this film is like incredible. I almost wanted to do a segment of just writing down some of the things that he said because one, he's like kind of editorializing at parts and it's really funny. Like he's just talking so much shit about that animal that you mentioned, Brett, the like, what the fuck is that thing's name? Yeah, the takin. He's like, obviously organized by committee, the weird, bizarre-looking takin.
With the head of a bison and a body of a... Like, yes.
He's talking so much shit about the lady pheasant. He's like, much plainer, the mousy lady pheasant. Like, okay.
Mousy brown.
The two words he used to describe the female pheasant was her dull coat and her mousy behavior. Yeah, I was like, and then meanwhile, you got the male fucking flamboyant pheasant, obviously very gay pheasant, just
what a performance! What a performance!
Puffed up.
Say he's gay.
Oh, he's
I'm saying he might not be gay, but that is basically a drag performance. Like when he puffed up those feathers, that's a drag performance that he's putting
all
on for
the
her.
individual pearls, but they're just like white dots. They look like individual pearls on them. My man was strutting.
Bedazzled.
And you know what? He big dogged the female. And you know what? It's nice to see some male representation out there taking pride in their appearance and putting the women down. Like, I look better than you. You should be wanting to come with me. Look at me. I'm all plumed up.
Look at my waddle.
The waddle got me. That
waddle.
shook that waddle out.
He was fucking.
And it was pretty. It was really pretty.
Thing looked like an avatar.
It did look like an avatar.
It was very Nate-coded, but he danced to impress the doll-coded female.
I was definitely thinking of myself while I was watching. I'm like, oh, I'm learning to do that too. I'm learning to like
plume it up a bit.
Do you ever whip out your waddle?
I've been known to whip a waddle.
I think we learned too that the male red pandas, guys will be guys. I mean, that guy was during mating season.
He was in and out.
He was waving to her, sticking his tongue out.
Waving, doing this with
playing
the
He
wave.
did wave at her. That was funny.
Yeah.
They overall though, they have a good life. Like you eat
Eat
1/3 your body weight and then go to sleep.
I think that's what I liked about the Himalayas, which I didn't know much about it before watching this, is it seems like out of all the like jungle settings to be one of the most chill jungle settings. Like everything is napping. They're like, these monkeys feast on the lotus blossoms and rub their bellies and then they nap. I'm like, I like this. I like this jungle. This is the red panda eats her fill and then takes a nap on the branches. I'm like, I would too.
I said out loud, oh, to be a monkey eating flowers. Like they're only good for like 2 weeks. Those flowers, magnolias or whatever. Oh, to be a monkey eating magnolias in the Himalayas. And they should have called it Himalayas.
Very good.
Thank you.
Because it's hilly.
10 of the most highest mountains. And it reminds me of the video game Far Cry 3. Their character was an Indian. The bad guy was an Indian guy who dressed up like he was American. But it took place in the Himalayas. And
Nepal, this is our spiritual. I mean, one could argue that this area is also one of the most, they got all the Buddhism and the temples and the Nepal.
How would you guys feel about living next to the Buddhist river bell that's powered by the monsoon waters and it just ding,
Kate's
ding,
in that situation right now. She has electricity light.
Here's the thing, though. That's a natural. I don't know. I feel like that could just be in the background. I think after a while, it's just, and it's also the rhythm of nature versus man-made bullshit.
They make those wheels, though, those prayer wheels.
That's a good point. But I guess anything would be better than that.
Yeah, and I agree about the pace of it. The fact that it's like a metronome would be helpful to me. That it's like it's a consistent
and you
beat.
can hear the river. So even if you're not around it, you know how fast the river's flowing, and that could be helpful.
You could use it to beatbox.
Okay, Bear Grylls, fucking Bear Grylls. Like, river's flowing fast today.
Kate's right. This is why Kate's right. She's obviously got some jungle. She's got some natural intuition for jungle navigation.
Thank you.
It's clear to me.
Speaking of Nepal,
I'm from the Ozarks.
I trained 2 people from Nepal on how to take blood, and so I'm sure they told their families about me. So
for sure,
yeah.
Your boy probably is pretty big in Nepal. Can't throw a rock in Nepal without hitting somebody that hasn't heard of me.
And I want any Nepalese listeners to know that you're part of the North American Friends Movie Club. You're more than welcome to join the North American Friends Movie Club.
Consider the Himalayas to be North American.
Yeah.
Friends of North American Friends Movie Club.
Brothers don't weigh anything.
Brothers don't weigh anything.
And it's always noon on the North American Friends Movie Club.
North American Friends and Mountains Club.
Would you two like to do the Red Panda 7?
The Red Panda 7.
The Red Panda 7.
Nice, guys. The Himalayas contain a lot of really tall mountains. How many big, beautiful boys do they have? 10 of the top 12, 10 of the top 13, 10 of the top 14, or 10 of the top 15 tallest summits?
Who's
Who's
first?
We'll start with Kate this week.
13.
It is known for a fact that the Himalayas contain 10 of the 13 highest mountain ranges.
Unfortunately, it's 10 of the top 14 tallest summits. Nate's on the board.
That's on the board. That's on the board.
Would have bet my 2 kids on that. I was very confident in that one.
So we also know that's probably the most recent mountain range on Earth because it's the tallest, because mountains decrease due to erosion.
Wow.
That's
I don't know
why
if that's
the
true,
spiky
but it
one.
makes
No,
sense.
it is true. The spiky ones are newer. So think about the Appalachians versus the Rockies. So the
Okay.
Appalachians are a much older mountain range than the Rockies are. And I would wonder if the Himalayas are as, I don't know. Anyway.
I once did erosion for my grade 7, 8, 9, 10 science projects.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep
For
that,
like your
just keep that
entire
part
childhood?
bored. Yeah.
Hoping the teachers didn't catch on. Yep.
Yeah.
They never did.
We learned that red pandas were discovered 50 years before normal pandas. What year were red pandas discovered? 1825, 1826, 1827, or 1828?
Oh, let's go 1826.
1825.
Catherine is correct. The red panda was discovered in 1825.
I don't know why I just fixed my underwear and pants for some reason. Like that's preventing me
Trying to
from
lock the fuck in.
You're trying
yeah.
to lock in. It's that Mio messed you up. That bad mix.
Everything's going wrong today. Drinking that witch's brew.
Ugh, so bad.
What is the national animal of Bhutan? It's mentioned in this film. What is the national animal of Bhutan? Tragopan, takin, yellow-throated martin, or gold-billed magpie?
I'm almost positive it's the Taton or whatever, the second one, but I also think it might be the first one, but I'm going with the second one.
It has to be the taken or the taken.
This animal has the head of a moose, the antlers of a wildebeest, and the shoulders of a bison. It is, of course, the takin, which he just gets roasted the entire.
And that animal
film.
has taken my heart.
Me
Yep.
too, Kate.
They're good. Very
I
good.
want to get a takin tattoo. That'd be a cool tattoo.
back
People be like,
piece.
what is
Big
that?
back.
What's a takin?
Yeah.
To show people off. This it's called a dew claw. Helps them balance on the precarious points.
It's called a dew claw.
We meet some Etruscan shrews, the tiniest land mammal on Earth. According to this documentary, how much do they weigh when they are born? As much as a sunflower seed, as much as a pea, as much as a blueberry, or as much as a kernel of corn?
Blueberry.
P.
Wow, Kate, you
Oh.
really enjoy this movie because you're correct. They are, of course, they weigh about as much as a pea when they're born. That's how small they are as those little shrews.
It's very light. And they're only an inch, 2 inches long as your finger.
Man, this is an educational podcast.
Yep.
Very light.
When does monsoon season end in the Himalayas? July, August, September, or October?
September.
October.
You're just never going to touch her today. She's on fire. Catherine's correct. It was September. Whenever possible, red pandas will only eat fruit for days at a time. Which fruit is mentioned in the movie? Wild strawberries, wild pears, wild raspberries, or wild kiwis?
Wild raspberries.
Raspberries.
It's pears, isn't it?
Unfortunately for you both, it's delicious wild kiwis. They're snacking on wild kiwis in the Himalayas.
That's cool. That's yummy.
Never would have thought.
We see a conservationist setting up a Bushnell trail cam. How many AA batteries does that bad boy take?
Oh, you sneaky bastard.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I noticed there were different brands.
Yeah.
I did record the brands, and I will tell you the brand information at the end of the question. Was it 6, 8, 10, or 12?
I'm going to say 8.
I think it was only 6.
Well, that thing took 3 Uniross, 5 Sony, and 4 Maxell batteries. It was a 12 AA battery trail cam.
You know that guy was just sitting in the junk drawer on the way to filming that day.
It's hard to get batteries in the Himalayas, man. You take what you can get. You take what you can get out there.
Oh, man.
Ripping one out of a Taken's mouth. Give that.
I tried my best to catch up at the end, but nobody was touching Kate. She crawled up the tree as fast as a red panda when a leopard's around. She won this thing, and we got to do her name now. It goes K.
Hey.
A T. A. Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Underline.
Thank you. I'm petting my very soft tail.
I was wondering what that was. I thought you were climbing a rope for a second.
No,
Nice.
Looks like Mario when he gets the leaf.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does. Yes.
Do you guys want to hand out some medals?
I would love to hand out.
You
Did you do the acronym in your mind?
No, I was trying to remember the acronym and I couldn't, and I just remembered that medals comes before ratings.
What was the acronym? Let's see if we can remember what the acronym
Filthy
was.
Quipsters Marry Rich. Was it filthy or funny?
I don't think it was filthy. I think you're right about the marry.
No, favorite parts.
Funny Quipsters marry rich. Let's check it.
We're checking it.
I think it was filthy.
Frisky.
Frisky Quipsters marry rich.
Well, I think it could be funny or
Filthy.
famous or filthy.
Filthy.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Fancy Quipsters marry rich.
French. This is the best segment we did.
Let's talk about our favorite parts.
No, we are going to give out.
Oh,
Medals. See? We just did it.
Okay, bronze medals.
My bronze is probably going to the Tacken. Doing its thing. Got pieces of gargoyle mixture of all different types of animals. He has the dew claw to hang on to the side of the male, and that's pretty cool. Bronze medal.
I'm giving the bronze medal to that animal as well. I like the shape of its head, and I like that it's so giant and it's still trying to be a goat. Like, I like it. I like the cut of its jib. It's my bronze.
You know what?
Right now.
Let's feed it a turkey sandwich together because that guy they earned it. You know,
they would love that.
They're good friends to their other lady friends. They're like, I'll babysit the kids today. Send the kids with me. I'll be the surrogate auntie today.
Yep.
I'll take care of them. I thought that was nice. It takes a village, even for the Tacken. Bronze medal.
And they eat anything.
They'll fucking eat anything, these guys.
You don't got to worry. They're not fussy. You don't got to worry about what you're making for them. They'll eat it.
Silver medals.
Silver medal goes to that those monkeys that wait around for the 2-week blossoming of their favorite flowers. Very human-like in the face. I like that. I like that a lot. I feel like reincarnated people. I feel like reincarnated prisoners. That's their first step to coming back into society. So when a prisoner has a life sentence, they die in prison, and then they come back as those monkeys that kind of look human. And then that's like their test. It's like their holding cage of, well, this is the way you have to act in society. And if you can get along in the jungle as a monkey that looks human, if you can get along with other animals and survive, you'll die in the jungle and come back as a human again.
Okay.
There's a bridge.
I'm as comfortable with that as I am with anything else. So
there's a bridge,
Absolutely.
and that's why I feel.
I just think there would be like worse things to be than a monkey. I feel like a monkey is a pretty dope proposition.
Like going straight from prison to monkey
Yeah,
and not
like
having like
Greg.
no bug phase,
Yeah.
like not even a single worm phase.
Well, you already served your sentence. You served
Okay.
life, and then this.
You
is
know what? You're right, Brent, because the worm phase would be for someone who like never went to jail, but they exploited people. They got away with it their whole life. Then they die. They get reincarnated back down to worm.
Yeah,
you
like-
go to the bottom of the barrel.
Protozoa, some kind of like virus or something.
When you get released in prison, you're always on parole, but in a life sentence, there is no parole. So monkey life is parole, and then you die. If you were a good monkey person, you die, and then you become a human.
This is another one. This is going to be the third chapter of the Bible.
Monkey parole.
And it's
Monkey
when we
parole.
like Jesus is actually coming back and talks about reincarnation in the monkeys.
And he's on
And
the
Brent's
he's on
the
a cloud.
prophet. We already established that Brent is the prophet.
JC's coming directly through me. Like, listen, you did your life sentence. You got to come back as a monkey. We don't trust you as a person yet. But anyway, silver medal. Those guys look human, and they love that 2-week blossom period. They love it.
Oh, they're eating those blossom, rubbing their bellies.
They love it. Just to rub your belly. That's a universal sign of you're happy. A good meal. Thank you.
Yeah.
Give your old belly a rub.
My silver medal is going to the 2 humans we saw the backs of that just are like farming all the time, living amongst the Himalayas and all of these things. And it looks like a hard life, but also like pretty idyllic on another level. So
Even the
silver medal.
narrator threw a shot at them. He was throwing shots at everybody. Collateral damage, he said, as the villagers try to eke out a living.
Yeah, I
Eke
did.
out. Yeah, he did a lot. One of my favorite parts of this movie was all that editorializing. I thought it was hilarious. And I agree, Kate. Usually, I'm not the type of person that is like super interested in traveling. Like, I think I'm so interested in learning about other places, but I never really have the instinct to be like, oh, I want to go to this place. But watching this thing, I was like, I would like to go to the Himalayas. This place seems so cool. Like,
Well,
so
if
unique.
you're ever serious, hit me up. I have contacts.
I'm going to give my silver to, you know what? Actually, even though I think they're kind of diabolical, I'm going to give it to the yellow-bellied martin because I really liked that when they stole the chicken and they took it to their son and they were waiting for their son to come eat his chicken dinner, the son was distracted playing on the branches, and then the mom was like, okay, let's play for fucking 10 minutes and then we'll eat chicken. I was like, I like that. They're just like us for real. They love chicken. They love wrestling.
I would like to point out that this is the third different name and description we've given to that martin this show. We went yellow-headed, yellow-throated, and now yellow-bellied.
We're, you know,
Whatever
everyone
it
knows
is.
this. At least one part of that martin is yellow. I can't remember if it's his head, his throat, his
Is it
belly.
Martin?
It's the throat.
Or is
Yeah,
it
it's a Martin.
Marin? Oh, okay.
It's Martin,
believe
like
it.
Martin Lawrence, but not INEN.
Yeah. So it's like that, but different.
Yeah, it's like that, but different.
Gold medals.
I'm going to give it to the red panda. Good life. You kind of bummer that you're guaranteed to have twins every time, but I guess one takes care of the other. Eat a lot of bamboo, sleep. You're known as very cute. It's kind of like the pretty girl in high school. Kind of has it easier than everybody else. I feel like that was what applies to the red panda. I'm not ready to call red panda the cutest animal in the world, though. I think
Let's hear some competitors then. If you want to talk shit, let's hear some competitors.
sun bear right off the hop. That's 1A right there. Sun bear.
Which one? Which one?
Sun bear.
I would say a standard
Sunbear.
panda in general is going to be
No,
cuter
no,
than
too many stereotypes. Won't
I'm
fuck.
disturbed by this the normal panda's stupidity, so it
Yeah,
makes
they
it less
won't
cute to
even.
me.
Yeah, they won't even have
That
sex.
is what makes it cute.
Too dumb to fuck. Too dumb,
Too dumb
to
to
fuck.
fuck.
You want to fuck a red panda?
No, I want them to fuck each other so that they stop dying.
Oh. I thought you were saying it was too dumb for you to fuck.
No, Catherine.
That's why I was so confused.
At what point do we just give up on the pandas?
This bear is so smart. I'm going to fuck it. Did you see how smart that bear was? It's like you married one of those bears that was in a circus Because it can do so many tricks. What a big dog move.
Big dog move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
From every
God.
zoo.
Oh, thank you. I know none of that will be on the podcast, but that was very funny.
Maybe.
Sun bear is the cutest animal out there.
Okay, let me Google. And see.
Yeah, I have too.
Interesting that we're sticking in the bear.
Not at all, Brent.
Yeah, I think a red panda is cuter. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not a cat person.
This animal has a flat head. It looks dumb.
You have a
this
flat
sun bear
head.
looks dumb.
You have a flat head. How about that?
Whoa. Whoa.
Sorry, you guys wouldn't fuck it, but yeah, sorry.
So if you Google cute animals, I would say that a guinea pig could be cuter. Like one of those foxes with the big ears.
Yeah, okay. I'm on with that.
Baby seal.
No.
I still say panda.
Yeah, it looks like an anime drawing. You just look at its little perfect symmetrical face. It looks like a cute little anime drawing.
That's true.
It's quite the creature.
That's true.
Who gets your gold medal, Kate?
Yeah, it's Tashi. Tashi, of course. Just adorable. And her tail was so beautiful. And I don't like people that poach animals. I don't like hunting.
Oh, that made me so mad.
I don't like that. And that hurt my feelings.
Yep. It made me so upset. Because that was also the first 5 minutes I watched of that other movie, the Anthropocene movie, was all about like piles and piles and piles of poached ivory from elephants. And I'm like, they're killing the elephants. They're killing the red pandas. For what? For what? Baubles and fur collars? You people make me sick. You make me sick to my stomach. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. If there's any poachers listening to this fucking podcast, let me tell you something. We're coming for you.
Yeah, like and subscribe and then fuck off.
My gold goes to Tashi. She's just so cute. Such a good mom. Good at climbing. She tried to steal some eggs, but wasn't sneaky enough. I like that. They jump around. I liked when she had to move dens, and so she just picked up her little baby red panda by the neck, and it was just like a paralyzed blob of panda flopping around as she carried it
was like,
to the new den. Yeah, it was really. I love that. Gold medal for Tashi. Turkey sandwich.
Turkeys are cute.
I give us all 10 out of 10s for our wonderful medals. Would you guys like to hand out some ratings for this movie?
You were going to say medals again, yeah.
Yeah, I almost did.
Yes, I do.
Script for this movie, the Red Panda film. The film about the world's cutest animal, the red panda. What did you guys think about the script for this film?
Very misleading. Roped the dopeless. I was expecting 45 minutes of red panda stuff. I got a lot of stuff I didn't want to see. Like a taken. I don't want to see a yellow-throated marten. I enjoyed the human monkey guy. Other than that, 8.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like this, especially in lieu of the other films we saw. I thought the filming was trash, and it was like only half of it was about the red panda. I'm giving it a 6.
Ooh. The script for this movie is fun as hell, though. Narrator is just roasting all kinds of different animals. He obviously has his favorites.
Dull-coated female.
I'm going to give him 8.5 for his roasts and funny comments. The art direction for this movie, the sets, the props, the costumes, the Himalayas as a set. I don't think we've ever seen bird work like this in a film. The amount of colorful birds doing very funny, colorful bird things to me was a feast for my eyes. I enjoyed watching them so much that I will give it a 9.5. That's how much I like looking at them birds and them pandas and the branches.
I'm I'm going to give it a 9. I enjoyed everything. It's fun to look at animals that we don't usually see. To see the flamboyant pheasant just absolutely stunt around the Himalayas is fucking great. Like I said, the human face monkeys look so content. Yeah, 9.
I'm giving it an 8. I liked it. It's not my favorite.
Wasn't your cup of tea?
It gave off a lot like National Geographic Kids vibes.
It wasn't nearly as serious as the other two that we've
think
watched.
that's right.
Yeah.
Certainly. The music for this movie. The music for this movie is fascinating because the Himalayas are in between India and China and I think Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking all of the flavors of the region. We're getting mournful Chinese violin sounds. We're getting Bollywood. The shrew is dancing. It's moving his ass, and we're getting like the beat of Bollywood. I think there's probably 50 music cues in this movie. I give it a 10. They nailed it.
I also really enjoyed it, and I liked the shrew shaking its butt. I'm going to give it a 9.
It was banger after banger. Probably up there with I forget what movie we gave the most best soundtrack to, but it's
Donnie
up there.
Darko. I think you said Donnie Darko had the best soundtrack. I believe was something you said.
Yeah, it's right up there with that, and they nailed it. The pan flutes. There was some pan flute action going on. Along with the mournful Chinese violins. 10.
This is a documentary film. It's a 2017 documentary film compared to all other documentaries that have ever been made in the history of the world. How would you rate this movie?
I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6. They put the pretty girl on the cover, named it after her, and then showed us a bunch of fucking mids.
Yeah, I would say compared to all other documentaries ever made, like compared to Super Size Me. No, I'm just kidding. It gets a 6 though. It was really fun to watch. I loved watching it, but it's like as a piece of documentary, it's more like this movie would be perfect for at the end of a day at the Edmonton Telus World of Science, which is mere blocks from my house. After browsing all the exhibits, I could go and sit for 55 minutes and watch on the IMAX screen the Red Panda, and I would have a great time. And that's what this film is good for. 6.
We needed something to not die is what we needed, and we needed the humans not to fall in love with it, and I think that's what we needed.
And then this month is Kate's month. It's nature documentaries. More specifically, we're only comparing it to the nature documentaries right now. Your Planet Earths, your When Dinosaurs Walked the Earths, your Janes, your Octopus Teachers. I would rate it higher when compared to those things. I'm going to go up to a 7.5. It's fine. It's fun. It's good.
Didn't learn anything. 6. Monkeys like to eat stuff. Oh, you mean animals like to eat a lot and then sleep? Shocker. Didn't know. 6.
I'm going to give it a 7 because I agree with your assessment. I've been very in agreement with.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh man.
Now we'll do this together.
This is the
Now we'll do this
Matrix.
together. Yeah.
Damn.
Where did I head? Okay. You gave it a 7, right, Kate?
Yes.
Okay. What do you guys think this movie is going to get?
A 37.
I'm saying a 35.2.
I'm saying 36. Let's find out. 38.8.
That was
Who wins?
quick. It goes.
And Kate.
What? What?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who actually won because I know I didn't. 38.8. What'd you guess?
I
said
guessed
37.
36. No, I don't remember what I said.
It's very funny that Kate just commented on computing speed and how fast it was.
What's so fast?
Okay, next week we have to remember what we guessed.
I got distracted by seeing Nate's computer screen.
Yeah, and I got distracted by sharing the screen.
Let's break this down for what just happened. I feel like a football commentator right now. Nate shared his screen for me and Kate, so we could see what Nate could see, but we could also see ourselves. Threw off Kate right away. She forgot what she picked, and then Nate punched a number into a spreadsheet app, and it generated the answer, and that blew Kate away.
It was very fast.
Yep. Instantaneous.
Instantaneous. Yep. Absolutely.
So next week is audience choice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Here's our picks. Now, I went a little loosey-goosey with the description. I said nature documentary or nature movie.
Yeah, I saw that. Rookie mistake.
Yeah. Some people took some liberties.
Don't even read those. Don't read those, because I'm going to protest if we watch a movie that isn't a documentary.
Okay.
Or did I say? 100. I said nature documentaries. That's the.
You certainly did. Yep, you certainly did.
100% going to read them now to get you upset about it.
Thanks for wasting everybody's time.
Yep. The Perfect Storm, The Gods Must Be Crazy, The Happening, Anaconda, Avatar, March of the Penguins, Twister, Zombievers, Grizzly Man, Microcosmos, and I don't know if this counts, but the Caves episode of Planet Earth. That could be good. Baraka, Kingdom of the Spiders, Roar, and that's it.
You lost me at Kingdom of the Spiders. I do not want to watch that.
I have Grizzly Man, I have Baraka, and I have episode of the Caves one.
I have Penguins and the Caves episode.
And I have March of the Penguin and Grizzly Man.
Okay.
So we have Grizzly Man.
Caves and Penguins.
And Grizzly Man.
Or did you say Grizzly Man too, Brent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have 3. I don't know how we're going to decide this.
What are the choices?
March of the Penguins, Grizzly Man, and the episode of Caves of Planet Earth.
I think, wait 1 second. So none of us have seen any of these, right?
I've seen Grizzly Man.
I have 2, and I would want to watch it again.
Well then.
But whatevs. I've also seen March of the Penguin. I've seen both of the ones that I chose. So if you want to watch something I've not seen, pick the ones that you two.
Let's do Caves. It's easy breezy.
Okay.
It's an easy breezy watch. Little David Attenborough.
Okay, what is it called?
It's the planet episode of, or it's the Caves episode of Our Planet, or Planet Earth.
This isn't a movie.
It's a tight little baby. It's a documentary. It's a nature documentary.
It's a documentary.
I will accept it. How long is it?
49 minutes. Tight little baby.
Okay.
Oh, she thinks that's too long.
No. I didn't know we were doing a TV podcast.
Maybe it'll affect Kate's rating. That's what she's saying.
Maybe.
She's maybe that'll affect my rating.
I like the contentiousness of it already. I like it. Sigourney Weaver's in it.
Well, her voice is.
Well, we don't know. She might be fucking bopping around in a cave. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's diving around. I guess we'll find out next week on the North American Friends Movie Club podcast. And that means all that's left to do is say goodnight, Kate.
Good night, Kate.
5 years in production, filmed in over 200 locations. Planet Earth, the ultimate portrait of our planet, is available at WH Smith for £20. Experience Planet Earth like you've never seen it before. Stunning television on DVD for £20 at WH Smith.
Also, I'm really proud that I pronounced rhododendron nectar.
You nailed it so hard, Kate. I was like, whoa.
Did you know how to spell that, Nate?
Absolutely not. I had to not only did I not know how to spell it, I had to have the subtitle on and then look back over to it 3 times as I typed.